BMW has spent the last few years steadily working towards an electric motorcycle, and this week it showed off a revamped vision of what that bike might ultimately look like. As part of a suite of announcements tied to the company's new push to accelerate its electrification plans, BMW revealed the Motorrad Vision DC Roadster, an electric motorcycle concept that looks as close to road-ready as almost anything that the company has shown off before. In true concept form, the company hasn't released any specs, and it hasn't said if or when it will turn into a real motorcycle that people can actually buy. But it's one of the most grounded takes on an electric motorcycle from BMW yet. The German automaker's road to an electric motorcycle really started with the release of the fairly practical C-Evolution electric motor scooter back in 2014. Over the course of the next few years, the C-Evolution, which is basically the size of a motorcycle, was eventually upgraded enough that it offered 100 miles of range per charge and a top speed of 80 miles per hour. With a retail price of nearly $14,000, though, the C-Evolution became little more than a sort of limited test run for the electric future of BMW's Motorrad division. But it's been obvious that BMW wants to do bigger and better things with an electric motorcycle. In 2016, BMW went all out with the Vision Motorrad Next 100 concept bike, which looked like it came straight from the set of a superhero movie. And in 2017, BMW showed off the Motorrad Concept Link, which was like a more futuristic version of the C-Evolution. That brings us back to the new Motorrad Vision DC Roadster. It's a highly stylized bike for sure, but it also looks like something you could buy from a dealer right now, with a lot of money anyway. If you squint, you can see that BMW has taken some ideas from its more outlandish electric motorcycle concepts and squeezed them into this new vision of the future, and they've been assigned a bit more purpose. For instance, the excessive grills or ribs found on the Motorrad Next 100 are back in more moderate amounts. BMW says these will help cool the battery pack. The motorcycle is also, of course, bathed in BMW's signature colors. In total, it feels like BMW is saying with the Motorrad Vision DC Roadster, hey, we know we spent the last few years going pretty far out with our motorcycle concepts, so here's a taste of what we really want to make. It's a concept bike that calls on past BMW designs, and it doesn't stretch the idea of a BMW motorcycle so far that diehards won't buy in. It's not clear when the company will put a real electric motorcycle on the road, but considering BMW just announced that it's moving its electrification plans up by 2 years, there's still a chance that it will be sooner rather than later. Check this out. The Drone 40, introduced by Melbourne-based defense technology firm Defentex, is a drone whose niche involves a 40mm grenade launcher. It's a range expander of sorts for infantry, a new and novel loitering munition, and a testament to the second-order effects of a thriving drone parts ecosystem. Drone 40 was created as a solution to the problem of range, specifically the problem of a range disparity between the infantry weapons carried by Australian infantry, which are accurate to about 500 meters, and the AK-74s carried by adversaries, which can reach out to 800 meters, though the accuracy at that range is disputed. Even if the fire is just suppressing fire, Australia was looking for a way to let its infantry fight back, but not one that required changing the gun or adding a lot more weight to what soldiers were already carrying. Rather than overtaxing the launcher with a medium velocity round that could travel the distance needed, the launcher would instead give a boost to a drone-borne munition that would then fly under its own power the rest of the way to the target. Drone 40 is a loitering munition for a very short definition of loiter. When carrying a 110-gram payload payload, it can fly for about 12 minutes. The person commanding the Drone 40 can remotely disarm the munition, letting it land inert for later recovery. When not carrying an anti-personnel or anti-tank munition as payload, it can be outfitted with a sensor. For an infantry unit that wants to scout first, fire later, well, the sensor module can provide early information, then be swapped out with a deadly payload if necessary. The drone's video streaming can transmit 10 kilometers over direct line of sight. Drone 40 can also record video and retransmit it when it comes within range of a signal, or it can take still images as well. With the radio frequency relayed by another aerial system, that range can be expanded. Using GPS, the drone can follow a waypoint, plotted course to a target, or it can use its own synthetic aperture radar to identify and track a target. Drone 40 is designed to fly with minimal human intervention, and the drone can work with multiple Drone 40s flying together and operating off the sensor data from a single ISR drone in the swarm. Most of the flying, identifying, and tracking of its targets is done autonomously. However, human control remains an essential part of the machine's operation. Drone 40 is also designed to be scaled up. Defense Techs is working on a Drone 81, a larger round designed to work with mortar tubes. And there are other drone models in the works as well, matched to specific munition sizes. If successful, it will create a whole new arsenal of possibilities for range-expanded munitions that fit into existing platforms. And finally, happening in this week's What The? In another case of, yep, it happened in Florida, a video has been posted to Facebook of a Wendy's employee taking a bath in the kitchen sink. The video depicts a shoeless man who appears to be a Wendy's employee take off his shirt and get in the restaurant sink. The man gets inside, sits down as though he's having a bath. A girl in the background is encouraging the man to take a bath, get in there, and wash his armpits, to which he does. The girl then hands him what appears to be paper towels, and the voice behind the camera then says to him, "Let's see them toes." At the end of the video, the camera briefly flips to front camera mode where you can see a girl in a Wendy's uniform smiling. According to the person who posted the video to Facebook, this occurred at the Wendy's in Milton, Florida. Thanks for watching your weekly tech update. If you have a story you think we should feature on the program, send me an email, djraymcneil@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook at Your Weekly Tech Update, and check out the podcast, audio and video versions available on Google, iTunes, Spotify, Audio Burst, and elsewhere on the interwebs. Till next time, I'm Ray McNeil. Good night, world. Your Weekly Tech Update brought to you by Holiday Home Care, Phillip Island, Victoria, Australia. It's your turn to relax.